It's that time again. Welcome to Tesla Shorts Time, daily, episode 472. Patrick here in Vancouver. It's May 14th, 2026. Let's get into what's moving in the Tesla world today. Tesla's new Bengaluru Experience Center puts Model Y and refreshed variants in front of Indian buyers for the first time, testing whether the brand can translate its China playbook to another massive emerging market. Tesla opened its first dedicated experience center in Bengaluru. The center showcases the Model Y along with a refreshed variant for the first time. This expands Tesla's physical retail footprint in India beyond online orders and limited service partners. Staff at the location will handle demonstrations, test drives, and order support for the Model Y lineup. The move gives local buyers direct contact with the vehicles in a market where EV infrastructure is still developing. Success here would validate Tesla's approach of entering markets with premium vehicles before local production. While Tesla tests new markets, it is also making tough choices about what it keeps building at home. Tesla is shifting factory resources toward robot production. This shift has led to the end of Model S and Model X assembly at Fremont. The change reflects a deliberate focus on higher volume platforms and new product lines. It shows how automation priorities can force hard choices about which legacy vehicles stay in production. The same factory logic that retired the S and X is now being applied to an entirely different product category. Tesla's Semi is positioned to prove whether battery electric trucks can handle real freight routes at scale. Early fleet data will show how the vehicle's efficiency and charging strategy compare with diesel alternatives on long-haul corridors. If the economics hold, it could shift freight operators toward electric powertrains faster than expected. The same factory logic that retired the S and X is now being applied to an entirely different product category. Tesla shared new footage showing the supervised full self-driving system, maintaining lane and object detection in heavy sun glare. Fleet data indicates supervised, full self-driving vehicles experience 7 times fewer collisions than the US average. The demonstration addresses one of the more common real-world failure modes for camera-based systems. Reliable performance here would reduce the need for driver interventions on bright days. The lower incident rate could eventually translate into reduced insurance premiums for owners. Performance gains in vehicles stand in contrast to the more mixed picture Tesla faces in its largest overseas market. Tesla continues to navigate uneven demand signals in China despite recent sales gains. Local competition and shifting buyer preferences are creating pockets of strength and softness at the same time. The mixed picture matters because China remains Tesla's largest single market outside the United States. Tesla's ability to maintain share will depend on whether upcoming software and hardware updates can differentiate its vehicles enough to justify the price gap. While Tesla defends its position in cars, progress on its humanoid robot suggests a second growth curve may be forming. New images and clips show an updated Optimus design with refined movement and task capabilities. The updates suggest Tesla is iterating faster on the humanoid robot than many observers anticipated. Progress here could eventually create a second major revenue stream alongside vehicles. Tesla's vertical integration in both battery production and software control loops gives it a structural edge here. As Tesla explores new hardware directions, traditional rivals are also raising the bar in its core sedan segment. MG launched the 07 sedan as a direct competitor to the Model 3 and BYD Seal. The model emphasizes new technology and features at competitive price points. The launch expands the number of well-equipped electric sedans available in that segment. Increased choice could pressure Tesla to accelerate updates to the Model 3. Now, one thing worth watching is how these competitive pressures play out alongside Tesla's own updates. Tesla reported fleet data showing supervised full self-driving vehicles experience 7 times fewer collisions than the US average. A separate clip illustrated how manual driving in stop-and-go conditions feels more taxing than using supervised full self-driving. The comparison highlights reduced driver workload during common commute scenarios. Taking a step back from today's headlines, the decision to wind down Model S and Model X production at Fremont while ramping Optimus output challenges the assumption that flagship sedans must remain in the lineup to preserve brand prestige. Factory floor data shows that reallocating space and skilled labor to humanoid robots can deliver higher long-term margins once volume scales. Each robot can be sold repeatedly rather than once per customer. The trade-off is measured in lost revenue from low-volume Halo cars versus the potential to sell thousands of robots into logistics and manufacturing roles where labor costs are rising. Tesla's vertical integration in both battery production and software control loops gives it a structural edge here. The same cell chemistry and inference hardware developed for vehicles can be repurposed for the robot without starting from scratch. That reuse shortens the timeline from prototype to commercial deployment and reduces the capital intensity that has slowed other robotics efforts. Before we go, keep an eye on further fleet data from the Semi as operators begin logging real long-haul miles. That's your Tesla news for today. TSLA closed at $445, up $16.15, 3.8%. If you found this useful, a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify really helps new listeners find the show. You can also find us on X at Tesla Shorts Time. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.